Young and the Restless. Billy's mysterious partner plans to ruin Victor. Here's why. Young and the Restless spoilers have Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, conspiring with a secret partner to take down Victor Newman, Eric Braeden. But we got to ask, who is willing to work with wild card Billy? And also hates Victor and also has the connections and the power to make things happen? It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to talk about 3 possible people who Billy could be working with. That is the secret person he has been talking to. But first, click subscribe if you're not following us. Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, has pretended to let go of his revenge plot on Victor. He says he's focusing on making his new company, Abbott Communications, something he and his family can be proud of. But this is Billy after all, and he's still up to something because he's got this secret partner nobody knows about. His brother Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, is bankrolling this new company. But he's just writing the check. So, it's not Jack that's playing the revenge game with him. Billy's got somebody else he's keeping in the loop. And there are 3 people who fit the bill as this potential co-conspirator that nobody else knows about. So one person who comes to mind is Tucker McCall, Trevor St. John. Of course, the Abbotts can't stand him because of how toxic he was with Ashley Abbott, Eileen Davidson. And they were so thrilled to see him leave town. But I could see Billy working with Tucker if he would benefit from it. Now, Billy's no fan of Tucker, but they share a mutual dislike of Victor. And since the mustache did Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, wrong, and she's near and dear to Devon Hamilton's, Brighton James, heart, that is another reason for Tucker to help out. He may want to run back to Devon and claim that he got vengeance on Victor for what he did to Lily. You know, if Billy is working with Tucker, he'd need to keep it a secret. Especially from Jack, because he would be furious. Jack and Tucker's rivalry on Young and the Restless. He loathes Tucker, but if the guy can be of use to Billy and he could keep it hidden from the family, from the rest of the Abbotts, then, Tucker is a plausible option as the secret revenge partner. Of course, Billy working with Tucker wouldn't be exactly easy and would probably wind up blowing up in Billy's face. Of course, if they found out, Jack and Ashley would flip. But Billy's blinded by hatred when it comes to Victor. So, I think 100% he would risk their wrath if he thought Tucker could really help him take down Victor. Diane Jenkins' secret alliance with Billy. A Young and the Restless conspiracy? So another possibility is Billy's sister-in-law, Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters. Not long ago when she and Jack reunited after their fake split, if you remember, Diane told Billy she needed to talk to him about something. And she kind of hinted that it was something secretive about it, that was for his ears only. At the time, I thought revenge plot. And then we never heard anything else about it. So Diane might have proposed that she and Billy work together to punish Victor, and we're going to find out about it after the fact. Flashbacks, whatever. I have no doubt Diane wants Victor to pay for luring Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, away from the Abbotts and then treating him like absolute garbage. Diane may hate Victor almost as much as Billy does, and she wouldn't want Jack to know that she was working with Billy because, of course, he would be against her chasing revenge. But if that is what they're doing and Jack finds out, he's going to flip because he hates it when Diane keeps things from him. Jack might be angry with Billy for plotting with his wife and keeping him in the dark. Plus, Billy swore he wouldn't go after him, and Diane also said that she would put all this behind her even though she was very upset at what he did. So Jack might regret putting his faith and trust in Billy and thinks he has not changed. Ashley Abbott's revenge. Could she be Billy's secret partner on Young and the Restless? Next, we're going to look at another Abbott who might be sneaking around playing revenge games with Billy to take down Victor. So there's a chance it could be Ashley Abbott, Eileen Davidson, conspiring with Billy. She's not been seen much since her recovery in Paris, but she pops up here and there. She came back for Abby Newman's, Melissa Ordway, wedding, and she stuck around a little bit, and then she left town again. But Ashley might want to be part of Billy's revenge plan for very specific reasons of her own. Ashley is Victor's ex. And yes, they share a daughter, but that doesn't always mean that they get along. Don't forget, Ashley adores her dad, John Abbott, formerly Jerry Douglas, and adores her brother Jack most of the time. And Victor Newman is taking aim at the family business. He is trying to destroy the legacy that Ashley's dad built, and he targeted her brother and her nephew Kyle. Not only that, but Victor swiped Chancellor away from Billy using lies and trickery to convince Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, she couldn't trust Billy and that he was doing a bad job. So when you look at the Abbott family, really Ashley is the one aside from Billy Abbott who has tons of reasons to consider teaching Victor a lesson and serving him some payback. If Victor gets what he wants, Jabot will be left in ruins. So yeah, Ashley would team up with Billy to stop him, I don't doubt it, and Ashley is very good at plotting payback. Young and the Restless. Billy's risky revenge plot and potential consequences. No matter who it is teaming up with Billy, he is definitely up to something, and it is not going to end well for him. You know, because when he's scheming and being sneaky, it just never works out, and he's supposed to be turning over a new leaf. He told everybody, and they actually believed him. So while I do agree that Victor deserves a little comeuppance, Billy Boy usually fails when he takes on the mustache, and I don't see it working out well for him this time. Whoever this secret partner is, you know, Billy's keeping it from Jack, who's trusting him with millions of dollars to launch Abbott Communications. And he's keeping this mysterious partner hidden from Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope. Phyllis in the dark on Y&R. He's also hiding it from Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, and just keeping a big secret, the fact that he is still pursuing a vendetta against Victor very actively, but under the radar of everybody who cares about him because he knows they would be very upset with him. Thing is, you know, Billy is impulsive, and he's always going back and forth between trying to be good and listening to the devil on his shoulder and giving in to his shady impulses, so he could be about to go off the deep end again. I wouldn't be surprised, and how far Billy goes and how fast he falls could depend entirely on the identity of the secret co-conspirator. If it is Tucker McCall, that guy's super bad, and he has very few limits. And he wouldn't care if Billy fell flat on his face as long as Tucker got what he wanted out of it. So if it's Tucker, things could get really bad, really fast. But if the person chasing revenge with Billy is Diane Jenkins or Ashley Abbott, well, they might be able to rein him in and control his chaos, and it might actually succeed. We'll find out more soon about this super secret partner has never been short on secrets, but this time, the undercurrent of deception runs deeper than anyone could imagine. Billy Abbott, the once reckless playboy turned reluctant hero, is about to find himself in the middle of a scheme that could shake the Newman empire to its core. The shocking twist? He's not acting alone. A shadowy partner has entered the picture, one whose grudge against Victor Newman burns hotter than Billy's own, and together, they're setting the stage for the takedown of the century. But who is this mysterious ally, and what drives their dark obsession with Victor? As Billy's moral compass wavers and his thirst for revenge reignites, fans are about to see a side of him that hasn't surfaced in years. Billy's breaking point. For months, Billy Abbott has been playing the role of the reformed man. Steady job, calm demeanor, and a renewed sense of purpose. But beneath that carefully crafted exterior, old wounds have been festering. The rivalry between Billy and Victor Newman has always been personal. Victor has humiliated him, manipulated his family, and even used Adam to destroy Billy's career more than once. When Victor recently tightened his grip over Chancellor Winters, subtly undermining Billy's position and influence, it reignited something dangerous inside him. Billy's desire for payback has always simmered beneath the surface, but this time, he's not going at it alone. Late-night meetings, cryptic phone calls, and whispers exchanged in the shadows have become the new norm for Billy. He's been spotted slipping out of meetings, disappearing for hours, and returning with that familiar glint of rebellion in his eyes. And now, whispers are swirling through Genoa City that Billy has found a partner. Someone equally determined to see Victor fall. The mysterious partner revealed. Rumor has it that the mystery figure pulling strings beside Billy has deep ties to both the Newman and Abbott families. This person is cunning, strategic, and more dangerous than Billy realizes. At first, fans speculated it could be Tucker McCall, always eager to take a swing at Victor's empire while manipulating Billy in the process. But recent spoilers hint otherwise. Tucker's motives are transparent, profit and power, but Billy's partner seems to crave something more personal. Revenge. Could it be Auden Hastings, the elusive corporate fixer who recently entered the Genoa City scene? Or maybe Ashland Locke's long-lost associate, seeking vengeance for the way Victor and Victoria orchestrated Ashland's downfall? Whoever they are, they've studied Victor for years, and they know exactly how to exploit his pride. This mystery partner's strategy isn't brute force or scandal. It's psychological warfare. They're feeding Billy information, showing him how to hit Victor where it hurts most. His legacy, his control, and his family. Victor's empire under attack. The Newman empire has survived countless storms, but this time, the threat comes from within. The attacks begin subtly, stock manipulation, leaked memos, and whisper campaigns that cast doubt on Victor's leadership. At first, Victor dismisses it as routine business drama. But when confidential documents begin leaking to the press, documents that could cost Newman Enterprises millions, he realizes this is no ordinary opponent. Victoria becomes increasingly suspicious of Billy's sudden confidence, while Nikki worries that Victor's refusal to back down could lead to another public war. Meanwhile, Adam, always one step away from chaos, begins connecting the dots between Billy's strange behavior and the recent blows to Newman. But Billy's partner remains in the shadows, carefully orchestrating the chaos. Their motive becomes clear when a hidden file is discovered, one labeled Project Genesis. Inside are notes detailing a decades-old Newman cover-up that, if exposed, could destroy Victor's carefully crafted reputation forever. Billy's inner conflict. Though Billy believes he's fighting for justice, for every time Victor humiliated or underestimated him, the deeper this alliance goes, the more he questions his choices. Late one night, as he looks over documents detailing the plan's next phase, guilt gnaws at him. He remembers the fallout from his past vendettas, the lives shattered, the relationships lost. Lily's voice echoes in his mind, warning him that revenge only breeds more pain. Yet, his mysterious partner continues to fuel his anger, reminding him of the times Victor manipulated him into self-destruction. They promise him redemption through revenge, insisting this time will be different. But the line between justice and obsession blurs quickly. Billy begins to realize that his partner's motives are far darker than his own. This isn't just about bringing Victor down, it's about erasing him from Genoa City history altogether. Victor fights back. Victor may be aging, but his instincts remain razor-sharp. He starts piecing together clues, tracing the attacks back to someone close to home. When he uncovers hints of Billy's involvement, his fury is volcanic. In true Victor fashion, he doesn't call the police. He calls in favors. Within days, surveillance footage, bank transfers, and confidential emails begin to surface. He knows Billy's fingerprints are on this, but what truly unsettles him is the presence of a ghostly accomplice operating from the shadows. Victor issues a warning, publicly humiliating Billy during a business gala, declaring that anyone who dares challenge the Newman dynasty will fall harder than they ever dreamed. But privately, he begins to worry, because this enemy knows too much. And when he finally learns the identity of Billy's mysterious partner, the revelation sends shockwaves through Genoa City. The motive exposed. The partner's connection to Victor runs deep. Decades ago, Victor orchestrated a hostile takeover that ruined a promising business owner and destroyed their family's name. That man's child, long thought to have disappeared from the business world, has returned under a new identity, fueled by years of bitterness. That child? The mysterious partner. They've spent their life waiting for this moment, and Billy, blinded by his own grudge, has been the perfect pawn. When Billy finally learns the truth, it's too late. The partner executes their final move, leaking Project Genesis to the press, triggering a financial and personal scandal that sends Newman Enterprises into chaos.